If you own an excavation or septic business and want to organize your workflow, this video is for you. All right, welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, Excavation Marketing Pros is dedicated to helping excavation and septic business owners to improve their sales, their marketing, and overall business processes. And by the way, in the description of this video, we have a free helpful resource called Quick Links. If you click that, you can join our free mastermind group, and we also have other free tools and docs that you can get access to. So let's go ahead and get into it. How do you organize your excavation or septic's business processes? How do you get away from running the business on Post-it notes like this? Well, I'm going to tell you a story about Kathy. She runs a family-owned septic installation and pumping business, and they're quite successful. However, she was feeling very overwhelmed each day with a process of using Post-it notes and things of this nature to try and remind herself of what needs to be done. So we helped her out by putting in an online system of checklists using a free tool that you can do. So I want to share this video with you. I think you'll find it very helpful. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so now we got our pumping schedule for the days. And we've got a to-do list, a doing list, and a done list.
Okay.
We're gonna let you toy with this in a little bit, but we'll kind of walk you through it. So septic installation, let's click on that. Within this is checklist of things that you need to do for this septic installation. You mentioned in the previous conversation that there's a lot of variables that change with each install, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What I'd like you to do is uncheck item A. You see it's checked? There's a checkbox.
Okay.
Click on item A. Well, you added a checkbox. That's good. But go ahead and unselect it. Now click on the actual words. Rename it to something that would pertain to what it is you need to do for this job. Yeah, you might need to click. Go ahead and click in there again. Yeah.
And I think what you can also do, Scott, is like customize the name. So for example, septic installation for client A, because it's different for every client, right?
Of course, yes. So in here, this could be customized with Kathy Dyer.
Go ahead and do it. Pick a customer.
Where it says in list to do.
Yeah, the septic installation. Go ahead and click on that. You can rename that to whatever you want.
I think she has to rename it on the board itself. Can you close this one?
Sure.
Oh.
And then go here. Where it says, there you go. Where it says edit. Yep. And there you go. You can edit it and like say septic installation for Kathy or something.
So I have to do edit labels.
No.
You can just go ahead and type here.
Okay. I'll just do this.
And
I can change it each time?
Yes.
We're going to show you how to, you can add more because you're going to have multiple septic installations, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we'll
going on at any given time.
So consider this. One moment. Go septic install C Dyer. This is one client. Go ahead and click on that. And this is one job, we'll say. This checklist, you can click on that and rename the checklist if you want, or just leave it as
Sure.
checklist, whatever works.
No, that's fine.
But tell me the first thing about this job. You just got a septic installed. Now, what is it, the first thing that needs to be done that you need to remember to do?
Oh, to get ready for the job?
Yes. So to finish the
Okay.
job. Mhm.
Okay, well, it's different in 2 states, so we're gonna pick Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that needs to be done is a soil analysis.
Got it. So right there, item A, let's rename that soil analysis.
How do I
Click
How do
the
I
name.
edit? Oops,
There.
sorry, I didn't want to do that.
There you go. You just click on the
Okay.
name and then you edit. Hit
And
unsave.
save,
Mm-hmm.
What's the next thing?
permit,
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Well, you could have to order material if we don't have it in stock. Or check
So-
material. So
how about order materials?
Sure. You can get very detailed and granular in these lists, and I will leave that up to
Okay.
you. But now let's add
Okay.
another item to this checklist.
Think of something, Bill.
on the install,
No, this is our checklist.
yeah,
So we've got soil analysis permit, order materials. Site visit. No, we'd have to change this around.
site visit should be the first thing.
Yeah,
So go
so
ahead.
we can edit this.
No. You're good. Click add item and put in site visit. And then click add. Now you're about to get real fancy. Go ahead and click on site visit. And I want you to, not the checkbox, the actual word. Now drag it up. Just drag it up above. So there you go. Look at that.
Perfect.
So you can
Okay.
rearrange these things as the thoughts come in your mind. And as you continue to
Okay.
use this, you'll get real good at your system. What else might you want to put in here for a septic install?
Well, it's got to be determined replacement or new. Because if it's a replacement, you're gonna have to have, do we need to replace the tank? Do we have to pump the tank first, or is it just a drain field? So there's some variables that you're gonna have to,
So if we did one item as new install, another add item that is replacement, then we can toggle in those by just checking whichever box pertains to it. Right? Of the item?
Correct. You have free control over this however you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so if
This
another item we're gonna add is
Mhm.
going to be, we're gonna say new install.
Yep.
I want you to look at this card right here. We're going to call this a card. This is a job. So septic install C-Dire, that's a job for a customer. You're going to map
Mhm.
out that job.
Okay,
Now, if it turns out that a lot of this is redundant, you can actually just duplicate this card for the next customer that does a septic install, and you've got half your process already done already.
okay,
So
actually,
Mhm.
go ahead, Bill.
it's actually the first box should be commercial or residential,
Okay, we can do that though.
because that'll steer you as to what you're gonna have to follow.
So the job we'll say is a new install commercial. Okay.
Yep.
And
Then-
put it
then you can
new install next to that perhaps.
Good. Oh,
And-
sorry, add.
Now you need to move that one up to the top, right? Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Now, throughout a day, you might do some of these, but not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You commercial new install, is that really a checklist item or more or less just this is what we're doing?
It's a type of job. It's either going to be a commercial system or a residential system.
I think
I think it's a type.
I think that it might go where we have septic install C Dyer, we would put commercial septic install C Dyer.
Mm-hmm. Or
Okay.
maybe it can go over the description as well.
Because
right?
it's not a task that you need to remember to do. It's the job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your checklist is your friend helping you to remember what has been done and what you need to do.
Yeah.
So delete that,
Okay.
please. Try deleting commercial new install. Click the backspace. And now click save.
That works.
All right, you want to go with that then?
Sure.
All right,
That's fine.
That's the workaround.
Okay, that
Maybe
works.
on the app version, that's the workaround.
All right.
Okay.
So scroll up to the top, please. Septic install. Let me see you change that name to commercial septic install.
No, I don't want that. Okay, seriously?
No, you were good. That was it. Click in there again. Now just bring that mouse to, or that just go left to get it to the septic.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
and then I can
Type
just
in
do
commercial
Can I just do this and then retype?
if you want.
Okay.
Well,
Oops.
now you're typing in description. You got to be careful where you type.
Right. I thought it was here. Isn't this where I want it to be? Right here?
Yeah. You can just click the backspace button, and that will delete all of that. There you go.
And type in.
Isn't this where I'm customizing? And we're going to do septic install commercial, septic install residential. Isn't that
Correct.
where I'm doing this?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then just click outside of that text box. Yep.
Save it. Now,
Okay.
see the color, how it's red?
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Click cover where it says cover.
Shoot, just one sec.
There you go. And change it to yellow.
Well, there's sort of a yellow.
There you go, mustard. Okay, now X that out. And X out that checklist for septic install commercial.
Here?
By exit out, I mean like click the X in
is
the
it?
top right corner.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect.
Go to septic install commercial, it's yellow. And
Yes.
Click on the edit button. There should be an option to
Change
cover. Mm-hmm.
and make it pink.
Is that pink?
No, the one below it's pink.
Okay.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And
Now-
then save.
Mhm. Let's duplicate this card for a residential. Go ahead and go to septic install commercial again. And nope. Exit that out. In the white area, right click on it.
Here.
Mm-hmm. Click copy.
Oh, perfect.
Now, instead of septic install commercial, let's do a septic install residential.
Ah, shoot.
You're okay. Just start with an A.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Awesome.
Residential.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
Then create card.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so these are your to-do list, and you could rename these septic install John Smith, septic
Sure.
install Carrie Jones, and you're gonna build this list of these jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't started the job,
No,
but when you do, let's go ahead and
start
start.
to doing.
Yeah, so drag septic install residential over to doing.
Right click. Oh, shoot.
No, you're gonna drag it over. Just
Here?
hold down.
Long it. Yep.
Where
Left-
though?
Ah,
Hold on. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Just click anywhere outside or just, yep.
Okay.
grab the white area, left mouse click
Yes.
and drag over.
There you go.
Does it matter if my boat's crooked?
Mhm. Now change the color to yellow, because now it's
Oh,
in
so
progress.
Okay.
Now go ahead and
Awesome.
check those items off the list. You're going through those.
I don't understand.
Yeah, click it.
Oh, click here.
Mm-hmm. And
The-
since it's under the doing card, it means you're already on the process of doing it, so you should be able to tick or to click some of the
Of
items
course.
out.
Yes,
Mhm.
sure.
What
So
items?
for example,
Mhm.
mhm.
This is what would have been done. Sorry. We would have had site visit, soil analysis, permit,
Mm,
Okay.
order
you go.
materials.
Now unclick order materials. Go ahead and
Yeah.
click out of there. Go ahead, get out of there.
Oh.
Outside of it, click by the
Outside
top.
of the bus.
Oh, way out of it. I'm sorry.
So
I thought you meant
alright.
like out of the writing. I misunderstood.
So
Okay.
a day has passed. You woke up the next day and you see your to do, your doing. So doing, you need to go and work on some of those things, right?
Correct.
All right, let's click in that job and see what you need to do.
There would be other thing. Okay, now I see where you are.
Let's say
Because-
order materials. And by the way, you might want to itemize those materials that you need to order.
Sure.
But let's go ahead and select that. Okay, good. Now again, click out of there. Let's get out of that card.
Now, did you see there's a progress bar as well as you tick off
Here?
those checklists? There's like a progress bar, like is it
So 4 out of 4
50%
is done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
So once it's
that job's done.
mhm.
Drag it over to done.
Whoopsie.
Let go. And let's go ahead and change the color to green.
This one?
Sure.
Yeah, anything. And save.
Now you have to do, doing, done. You know that this septic installed residential for Betsy Sue, that is done.
Okay.
Stuck would be like, is there ever any issues where something just completely stalls out because of a big problem?
Yes, many days. I'll give you an example. We started a septic system on last weekend was Memorial Weekend, right? So we started a septic system on like the Thursday, Friday. We had problems with our dump truck that had to be fixed. So here, okay. So then we came in and restarted it Thursday. It was a horrible site. Our pump truck went down. So everything had to stop and we had to haul the pump truck down to UP truck. So all of this job stopped because all of that, like the people were gone. So things like that will happen on a daily basis. We could run into a problem where the unknown.
Okay, so let's do this. And as work continues to build up, more projects come in, you got pumping, you got all this other stuff going on, that project could get lost in the mix, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
so we don't want that to happen. Let's go ahead and drag septic install residential over to stuck. Now I want you to change the color to red.
Is,
Up
okay.
top, above pink is red.
Oh, here?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Click
Will
save.
do. Yep.
Now go ahead and click
Perfect.
in that job. And in description, go ahead and write edit in description. And go ahead and type in whatever that deal was that prevented it.
Oops.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, click save.
Here.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And click out of there again. So you're out of that card. All right, so if we go back, if you scroll to the left, on the bottom, you got that scroll bar.
Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Have to move you again.
Mm-hmm.
At least now we got an eye on it that, and like we have this set up with a pumping schedule in here, to do, doing, done.
Mhm.
Another board could be created that is a pumping board, and another board could be a septic installation board. There could be two boards. This board is for
Okay.
pumping, this board is for septic installs.
Which would be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
I think she can just duplicate the pumping schedule and rename it into septic.
Are you telling me to do something, Anna?
Not yet. Hold up.
Oh, okay.
Click on the septic install, the pink one. Let's click in there. This job needs to be done by a certain date. Click on dates.
Looking.
On
To
the
the
right
right.
side. Yeah, there you
Mhm.
go.
All right. When does the job need to be done?
Well, just use today. We finished it up.
Well, let's put, but something in the future.
Future.
Like when you first sign the customer, they have to, I'm sure they're told like, we'll have it done by this day, or how's that work?
Usually it's a start date. Here's what happens. We send out proposals, and this is after our first site visit. So we meet with the customer, we have the site visit, look over their project, what they want, what they need, what all the parameters that come into installing as far as placement, easements from water, from well. So that's what the site visit is for. So once that is completed, then Bill will come back and he will put the items together for the proposal. The proposal is entered into QuickBooks. And now that that's fixed, I can email the proposal to the prospective client or customer.
Mhm.
Their option is to accept it. And if they do, they sign it and send us a check for 1/2 down.
Mhm.
That ensures them a spot in our schedule. We
A
don't
start-
really,
A start
Yeah.
date.
a start date.
Okay, so there's not an end date of we'll have it done by this time. It's we're guaranteed we'll start by this time, kind of a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so your due date becomes a start date.
Okay.
Mhm.
So set the due date. We'll say this customer.
There's actually a start date here, Scott. So instead of the due date, we can choose the
Oh,
start
here?
date instead. Yeah. And just
Oh.
tick it off. There you go.
Okay.
Let's set the start date to something in the future, though.
Maybe, yeah, I think that's correct.
All right, let's save it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go ahead and exit out of that, click out of that job. Okay, so see there, it says starts June 20th.
Oh, yes,
Are you kind of
Mm.
getting the big picture of what we're doing here?
yes. I have a question. Can
Mm.
this be, what are these right here? Oh, it has a description. Okay. So if I click in here,
Mm.
I can change if something had, the time frame has changed.
Yeah.
Okay, we no longer can keep that date.
Mm.
So I go into dates
Yep. You can
and
just edit it.
change it here.
Correct.
Okay. Will it, does this send out reminders?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that if we certainly would call somebody if they had a start date and
mhm.
say, well, it's usually because we got tied up on a previous job. But usually now we just try and call people and say, this is why we're delayed. We anticipate being on your site to start your job on Tuesday, the 23rd.
Mhm.
So
It
if I talk to them and let them know that because it's just something I do,
Mhm.
then if this is edited and changed, will they get an email or a text just reminding them that the new date of what the new date is? Or is this just for us?
That's
just
for
you.
internal.
Okay. All right.
But you could set a reminder to yourself to notify them.
Well, that would be a really good thing. Right here.
So you can set it up if you want it like 1 day before the start date, 2 days before, hours
Okay.
before. So what do you want to do? Like do you want it, do you want to send a reminder to yourself like 1 day before?
No, probably at least 2 days before. Is that the longest we can go?
You can,
Yeah.
is that it, or it doesn't let you do a customized one?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the most.
2 days is fine though, really.
Mm.
And
Okay.
then save.
Mm-hmm.
And add members to card. You're already in it, so it should send her an email reminder, correct?
See here,
Yes.
So 2 days before whatever date you set, June 20th,
the 20. Yep.
you will get an email reminder of septic install commercial. And if you had the customer's name in there, it's just going to notify you the name of this card.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's fine. Then I can backtrack with it and make sure that I've contacted them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just wanted to make sure because on this specific card, I actually added her as a member. So you have to make sure that on every card that you create, you add yourself as a member because it's
Right
not
here.
a
Oh,
it's
here.
not a it's not a default. I did
Okay.
that manually. So
All
click
right.
if you, yep. Mm-hmm.
And you can add Bill to it. You can add your son to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happens here is that for the notifications that will be sent, it will be sent to all of the members of the card.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm.
Mhm.
So for example, Bill is the one handling the specific customer or client. You should add him as a member of this card so that if the start date gets moved or something, he will be notified as well.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome.